Cardi B walked out of Stefon Diggs' birthday celebration glowing in that unmistakable way that had fans already buzzing hours before her post even hit the timeline. The Miami air was thick, the music still echoing from the rooftop, but Cardi had that look in her eye. And then, without hesitation, she dropped what would become the most replayed line of the night. "I'm not going back home today. We gotta make more babies." Within seconds, screenshots flew across X and Instagram, and fans were split between shock, laughter, and disbelief. The quote felt bold, raw, and so Cardi, but it also stirred a different kind of conversation about this new chapter she's entered with Stefon. People close to the party reported that Cardi was in rare form all evening, completely locked in with Stefon, celebrating him publicly while staying close privately. As the night went on, she allegedly kept saying she felt grateful, happy, and in the right place. So when she made that viral declaration about more babies, some fans believed she was simply high on love and emotion from the entire atmosphere. Others worried it was a little too soon, especially considering she and Stefon welcomed a newborn only a few months ago. The mixture of excitement and concern created a perfect storm of commentary. Headlines popped up instantly. Cardi B sparks baby number 6 talk after birthday bash statement. Cardi's ready for more kids, fans react to bold quote. Comment sections were chaotic. Some supporters wrote things like, "Girl, live your life," while others responded, "Sis, take a breath, heal, enjoy the moment first." But the most polarizing reactions came from fans who said Cardi's energy felt like someone reclaiming joy after years of tension and public heartbreak. They argued that her comfort with Stefon feels completely different from her past relationships. What really added fuel to the fire were the rumored conversations happening inside the party hours before the post. Multiple guests claimed that Cardi had been joking with Stefon's mother, saying, "You know I make pretty babies, your son is lucky." Fans took that as a sign that the families might already be tuned in to the idea of more kids in the future. Whether playful or serious, moments like that only magnified the meaning behind her late-night quote. But while social media fixated on the statement itself, the deeper conversation forming online was about what it symbolized. Fans believe Cardi dropping such an intimate line in a public post says everything about how secure she feels with Stefon. This wasn't a cryptic lyric or a subliminal dig. It was direct, almost vulnerable. It read like someone who's not worried about backlash or misinterpretations. Supporters praised her for moving with confidence after weathering years of chaos, while critics claimed she was moving too fast. Several fan threads pointed out that Cardi has been in full celebration mode ever since Stefon's birthday week kicked off. Her body language, her laughter, and her closeness to his family all reflected someone settling into a new life rhythm. Some users even argued that her willingness to openly joke about expanding their family is proof of a long-term mindset she hasn't shown in years. Still, others felt she was oversharing, lighting up debates about whether celebrities should keep intimate moments private. Things got even messier when a rumored insider commented under a blog post claiming that Stefon has been extremely affectionate and deeply supportive in recent months. The comment hinted that the two have discussed future plans privately, though nothing is confirmed. These kinds of unverified details always inflame the fandom, stoking theories about marriage, moving in together, and long-term partnership. Fans circulated screenshots with captions like, "She's in her lover girl era," and "This is the softest we've seen her in a long time." Meanwhile, others raised practical concerns. "It's too early after just giving birth. Your body needs time. 5 kids in, sis needs a rest." Still, even those comments ended up creating opposing camps. Those who see Cardi as an empowered mother making her own decisions, and those who feel protective over her health and well-being. What everyone agreed on was simple. She wasn't holding back, and that transparency alone was causing waves. Some fans believe Cardi's quote wasn't meant to be taken literally. They argued she was speaking from a place of passion, humor, and celebration, a playful exaggeration after a long night of partying with her man. Others thought the opposite, that Cardi rarely says anything she doesn't feel. That interpretation invited a different layer of speculation. If she truly meant it, does that mean a bigger announcement is on the horizon? The chatter intensified when photos from the party surfaced showing Cardi and Stefon sneaking away for a private moment near the balcony. The two were laughing, holding hands, and leaning close as if they had their own world tucked away from the noise. Fans believe this intimate energy is exactly why her quote feels so charged. Whether it was a joke or a hint, it came from a night filled with closeness, affection, and connection. And now everyone wants to know what happened after she left the event, with those last words echoing in the comments. By sunrise, the entire internet had latched on to the same question. Was Cardi being playful, emotional, symbolic, or was she telling the truth about wanting more babies with Stefon? And that question is exactly where everything takes a turn. Cardi's post kept circulating through the morning, but what really sent everything into overdrive were the follow-up details that began surfacing from people who claimed to have been near her after the party ended. Several whispered accounts described the way she held onto Stefon's arm as they left the venue, laughing and leaning close like they were teenagers sneaking out. One rumored witness wrote online that Cardi told Stefon, "Tonight's not over," which only added ammunition to the fans already convinced she was serious about her "more babies" comment. The narrative grew bigger by the hour, not just because of her words, but because of everything that happened after she said them. Even blogs that usually avoid speculation started reporting that Cardi seemed overjoyed and affectionate the entire night. A viral clip showed her whispering something into Stefon's ear as he smirked and nodded, which fans immediately interpreted as confirmation of their baby plans. Some users joked, "Oh, she meant that for real," while others posted, "Sis clocked out from the party and clocked into family planning." The playful tone online didn't hide the fact that people were locked in, trying to decipher what was genuine sentiment and what was just party night energy. But then, the conversation shifted from jokes to deeper analysis of Cardi's relationship dynamic. Fans pointed out that this isn't the first time Cardi's excitement around her growing family with Stefon has slipped through in her public posts. Weeks prior, she had made subtle references to loving motherhood again and feeling protected, which many believe were coded expressions of how different her new chapter feels compared to past relationships. Supporters argued that if she genuinely wants another baby already, it's because she finally has the environment and support she always wanted. Meanwhile, commentary surrounding Offset became unavoidable. Even though Cardi didn't mention him, fans filled in the blanks on their own, creating narratives about how seeing her so publicly joyful with Stefon might affect him. Threads exploded with contrasting views. Some insisted Offset needs to move on, while others said this is the real closure. No matter the angle, the consensus remained the same. Cardi is clearly not looking back. The clip of her leaving the party practically floating on happiness only strengthened that sentiment. That's when Dr. Cheyenne Bryan's old comments resurfaced, adding an unexpected layer to the morning's discussion. Fans reposted her past remarks about how the environment you live in shapes the choices you make, especially regarding relationships and family structure. Many argued that Cardi's ease, glow, and confidence with Stefon are proof that she's finally in a stable environment where she can express her desires freely without fear of chaos or judgment. Though these interpretations remain fan-driven, they fueled a growing belief that Cardi's late-night quote wasn't impulsive, but reflective of something much deeper. As reactions poured in, a new debate emerged. Whether Cardi's openness about wanting more babies signals a permanent shift in how she uses social media. Some users believe she's moved past cryptic hints and is now embracing full honesty with her supporters, regardless of how sensational her words may sound. Others felt she was still riding the emotional high of the evening and might wake up surprised at the reaction her line triggered. The tension between she meant it and it was just a vibe kept the discussion spinning non-stop. Fans also highlighted the symbolism of the moment. This wasn't just a couple leaving a birthday party. This was Cardi walking out surrounded by Stefon's family, embraced, involved, and fully included. That scene alone convinced many supporters that her post wasn't random or exaggerated. They believed her sense of belonging is what triggered such a candid expression of desire. When a woman feels safe, she talks differently. One post read, gathering thousands of likes. Others agreed, saying her joy looked too genuine to dismiss as intoxicated enthusiasm. What intensified everything even more was Stefon's rumored reaction. Insiders claimed that he laughed when shown Cardi's quote and said something along the lines of, "She's crazy, but that's my girl." Fans took this as the ultimate green light, interpreting it as proof that he's not only aware of her feelings, but comfortable with them. The idea that he embraced her statement instead of sidestepping it sent fans into a frenzy, framing the couple as aligned, committed, and unbothered by the conversation erupting online. Meanwhile, small but telling details continued to surface. Someone claimed the couple left in a separate car from the rest of the group and that Cardi was seen resting her head on Stefon's shoulder during the ride. Others reported that the two have been inseparable during his entire birthday week, with Cardi allegedly helping plan parts of the celebration alongside his family. Fans believe this level of closeness